Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ti and this is Irie Gardens. And for today's video, we're going to be discussing seeds. So we're going to go over my newest additions to my seed collection for 2025. Unfortunately, only one package have arrived for my seeds. So I'm going to be using my phone to assist me in going through them. And I'll paste a picture in the corner at some point for the different seeds. I'm also going to be going over how I specifically store my seeds, as well as other alternative that I have done prior to this. Another important part of the seeds is where I buy them. So I use a few company and I will go over those, as well as my goal with seeds for this year, which is saving them. So I'll show you what I use to save them and what I use to label them and all that good stuff. So firstly, let's go into the different companies that I use. So I use MI Gardener, I use rareseeds.com, I've used Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, I have used Swallowtail Seeds, or I think it's Swallowtail Gardens. I don't remember fully the site, but all of these sites will be listed down below. And Johnny Seeds. I don't know if I also mentioned I've used Botanical Interest. So that's another tried and true for me. In terms of MI Gardener, that's the first place that I go to get my seeds, especially when it comes to vegetable seeds. So if you're looking for like the basics, or just a little bit more than the basics, that's where I would go, because their seeds are quite affordable at around $2. And I find that I could usually find almost anything that I need to replicate the things that I eat on the daily. As far as the flowers, I think they have a smaller collection of flowers, but that would work for a gardener that mainly has a vegetable garden and just wants to add flowers here and there. So I think that MI Gardener is a really good place if you are just starting out or like want to try things. It is really affordable and the perfect store to do that. The next place that I like to go is rareseeds.com. So I usually get their magazine in the winter months, and you could see how bright and inviting that cover is, and then just all the seeds that they have. I mean, they catch me all the time. I'm sure maybe some of the saturation is definitely intensified for some of these items, but I do find that they have a wider array of vegetable seeds as well as flower seeds. They are a little bit more expensive. I think they range from maybe $3 to $5, but if you want to grow interesting crops and, you know, add something that you don't normally see in your garden, Rare Seeds is a really nice place to go. I also just love their magazines. I keep all of them because they're just so beautiful. I've had great germinations from both places. Purchased from MI Gardener for the first time, I think a year or two ago, and ever since I started gardening, I've been purchasing from Rare Seeds. I have had some occasions where the germinations haven't been as good, but they're usually very good about adding extra seeds for any of their plants that have low germination. So I do appreciate that. The other place that I've gone to is Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. And as you guys know, I have purchased from them for garlics. And then I also really enjoy their vegetable variety. So specifically their tomatoes, I find that they have a very large variety of different tomatoes. I think I've also purchased corn from them. So there's different vegetables that I find that they give a lot more than other stores offer, and not only a lot more, but also quite interesting varieties that I haven't seen anywhere. So I also enjoy shopping at Southern Exposure. There's not a lot, and I haven't purchased from them in a while, only because everything that I've purchased so far, I do try to go ahead and collect seeds. But that is a good place, and it's also kind of in the price range of Baker's Creek. The other place that I really love, sorry guys, I'm just making sure I don't miss anything, is Botanical Interest. And I really love their variety. I find that they also have about the same amount of vegetable options as you would find at MI Gardener, but they have a little bit more flowers. And sometimes when I shop at Botanical Interest, I am able to find some coupon codes. So if I do want a specific variety from Botanical Interest, I would go ahead and purchase from them and add that coupon code, and then it will be closer to the price range of MI Gardener. Without the coupon, it's around the price range of Rare Seeds. So the new to me companies are Johnny Seeds and Swallowtail Seeds. And I was really excited to try Swallowtail Seeds because I've just been trying to add so much more flowers to my garden. I really enjoyed it last year and I just want to keep adding more and more. So Swallowtail Seeds actually has so many different varieties of flowers. So if you go there, it's just different subspecies of the flower. It's just amazing. I do find that with the vegetables it's very basic, but with the flowers you could find, well, what draw me to them is just finding seeds for, I think it's called Lady's Mantle. I found seeds for hostas. I found seeds for coleus. It was just so many. I had to really pare back myself and really ask myself, do you need this? Are you going to use this year? If not, I could kind of wait and just add to my collection. But they have so many beautiful flower options, and I am so thankful to the YouTubers that have mentioned Swallowtail Seeds, and that's how I knew that I should probably go ahead and give them a try. So their seeds that I ordered from them are on their way. The price range, I would say it could be on the higher end. You'll mostly find stuff $4 and maybe $6 as far as what I've seen or what I've been interested in. So it's a little bit higher than Rare Seeds, but you are getting a lot of variety options. The last place that I tried is Johnny's Seeds, and I've been hearing so many good things about them. This is somewhere though that, let's say if you are noticing specific issues with certain crops, they have a lot of hybrid varieties. And these hybrid varieties are bred to mitigate specific issues. So you can search based on whatever you want it to be prone against, or I don't even know how to properly word that. You can find seeds based on what issues you're trying to avoid. So I find that really good. You could even find, let's say for example myself, I know that there's different broccoli varieties that grow better in the fall versus the summer. So you can actually put in what time period you're growing those crops, and you will find different crops for that time. So I found the website, it is jam-packed with information. The seeds for Johnny's actually arrived before anyone's. I mean, I think they maybe have 2-day shipping or something, but I was really happy about that. They also have a wide variety of options, but it is quite expensive. So usually you'll get a 10% off coupon, I think, for your first order, but they don't give you free shipping until you reach about 200. So that's something to think about. If you guys have any seed companies that you also love using, please list them in the comment section down below. I would really appreciate that. Even though I don't need any more seed, I think for some of these companies, I probably have like majority of their seeds, especially botanical interest. So this is how I store my seeds. I use this photo box system, and within that system I label the different photo box. So I'll have maybe 3 varieties of flowers. Like I have a lot of marigold, calendula, and zinnias. So I went ahead and placed those three in one case. I have one case that I use mainly for any seeds that I need to do very early on. So before my first expected frost dates, I would need to have started those seeds. So I have one case specifically for that. Whereas this case that I have in my hand, you will see that it's like direct sown seeds. What else do I have? Cantaloupe, watermelon, cucumbers. So these are seeds that I'm planting or starting a little bit before my last frost date or just outside. That is a way for me to organize it. Before, I did have just a little container and I would group them together using not paper clips, the other one, the more heavy duty one. And I would clamp them together, put a post-it at the first one, and just kind of write maybe, oh, pumpkins, or, you know, and then as my stash grew, I went over to using the photo boxes. I have seen where people also use a binder, but I feel like with my kind of OCD, I would want to arrange it by alphabetical order, and I think I would just end up rearranging it so much because I'm just continuously accumulating seeds. When I'm saving seeds, I use these small Ziploc bags. I purchased these from Amazon, and then I use just a small label. I wish I had that. That's what I forgot to pick up. Just a small rectangular label that I put on top, and I just put the variety and when I save the seed. Okay, so let's get into the different seeds that I did purchase for this year. Let's go to the first one, and that is Johnny's seeds. I ended up purchasing a few zinnias, and zinnias I purchased because I just love the colors. So in Johnny's seeds, I purchased the ballerina zinnia seed, and I'm gonna tell you the prices too, so you're kind of seeing how much it is. That was $6.95. I also purchased the double Zahara raspberry ripple zinnia seed. That was $5.90. So there's an idea of how much Johnny's seeds are. Then I purchased the organic soybean. Soybean has been something that I've been trying to grow, honestly, for years. And I've been mostly trying to grow it in ground. And what would happen is birds would just pick them out, or just some type of pest, bunnies, would just eat them all up. So this year my plan for the soybeans, because I am determined to get them, is to put them in a green stalk. And that has been a great addition to the garden, because I found that all of my greens that is usually attacked by either the cabbage moth or the butterfly, any pests that I get when I put my greens or beans in the ground, I do not get them in the green stalk. So that is definitely going to be a green stalk seed. And then I purchased this red ember cayenne pepper. This was a recommendation that another YouTuber did for cayenne pepper. I think she said it's really good. It has a nice thick skin, so when you want to scrape out the seeds and dehydrate the skin of the pepper, it's actually much easier. So that's why I purchased that. I also purchased a few snapdragons. I really love snapdragon. I mean, the one that I planted in my garden last year, it kept going and going for a really long time. I didn't have to deadhead. It looked like it was done, and then it would just push out new flowers. And I was just like, yeah, you are going to be a staple in my garden. I also purchased the cans mix 2 to 3. Beautiful oranges, purple, light purple like lavender, this deep red, gorgeous. I also purchased the antique shades of viola. I know I planted the Johnny Jump Up seeds, which is kind of like the violas, and that also did amazing. I love the colors that violas are, and I purchased a few from Baker's Creek last year, and this antique shade was just, I was just drawn to it, because the plan too is to also put one of the green stalk in the front, and I think it would look so pretty to have some greens and then some violas. So alternating some greens and then some violas. I think that would be beautiful. And then I purchased this Zanzibar Carthamus seed. No idea. I just liked how it looked, and we shall see. I've also wanted a pack of verbena bananas. I don't know how to say. I've heard it so much, you would think that it would stick into my head. That's why I purchased it, because I've seen it in so many people's gardens, and I was like, oh, I need that. And now I'm trying to repeat what I'm still hearing in my head, and I can't say it properly, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And then I also went ahead and purchased more Bellstar broccoli. I really like that variety, and I want to try it again this year, and I just wanted to make sure that I had that ready. I also purchased the Madame Butterfly Pink Snapdragon. Beautiful, almost like a, you know those sour, not a Sour Patch. It's almost looks gummy, like a bubblegum looking flavor, but shades of bubblegum, if that makes sense. I also went ahead and purchased a hybrid romance carrot seed, and this is supposed to be, I think it's pelleted seeds, which should be easier for me to place, and I am really hoping to have an abundance of carrots this year, so I'm going to be doing a succession planting of that. I also purchased the Imperial broccoli seeds. That was also another recommendation from, I believe the channel is More Than Farmers, and the red embers, it's Brie, I think that's her channel. So no, it's Brie Ellis. Love her channel. So that was a recommendation. Then I purchased the Black Bear pumpkin seeds, and I plan to guard the pumpkins really well this year. It's just, it always comes up and it's going and going and going, and then the groundhogs just come and just wipe it out. And that wipeout is usually after about like 30 something days. So I end up getting pumpkins, but they're never at the mature stage. So this year I really plan to guard them. Then I purchased the Goldie Double Organic Sunflower Seeds. Also something that I've always put out in the garden. This year, well, last year, the chipmunks took all of my sunflower seeds. Hopefully I'll have good luck with that. I plan to start them indoors and plant them out as like semi-mature seedlings, like when they're like a good height. I also purchased the Pincushion Scabiosa seed mix, and that will have just some darks, some lights, some purples, some reds. I think that is perfect. One-stop shop. I love it all. I also purchased the Bridal Pink Snapdragon seed, and beautiful pink. And then I do want to try to start some Lysianthus and go through that process. So I bought some Lysianthus seeds. So that was all from Johnny Seeds, and like I said, it took like 2 days for those seeds to arrive. So going up now to Swallowtail Seeds, I purchased some Gallarda, and I really love them. They're short and stucky, but they have so much flowers, and I found that they made a huge difference in my border last year. So I have a yellow variety. I think it has a red center or the opposite, and I saw this red variety called Arizona Red Shades, and I had to get that. I also purchased a salvia variety called New Dimension Rose. I already have this blue salvia from Rare Seeds, and I thought the pink one would be really nice. I had some more pansies, the Frizzle Sizzle Lemon Berry. which is beautiful. And then I also went ahead and purchased a Snapdragon, the Madame Butterfly Bronze. Also some Rudbeckia, both the Cherry Brandy, and I also purchased the Caramel Mix. I really enjoyed just your not so standard Rudbeckia. I think the last one I planted, or the first ones I planted, was the Sahara, and I really enjoyed that. And I think that was my motivation to go ahead and get the Cherry Brandy and the Caramel Mix. And then I purchased some Coral Bell seeds, the Lady's Mantle seeds, the Red Hot Poker seeds, some Hosta seeds, and some Dusty Miller, and lastly some foxgloves. So I don't have a plan this year. Well, I never have a plan. Don't have one even more this year because I just want to try everything. I want to try them. I want to grow them. I want to see how it looks. And then after that, I feel like maybe in like a year or two, I'll have my staples that I just continue growing year after year. But I think in my early years, this is now my 5th year growing, I still want to try. There's just so many fun things to plant. But I think that is it. I've gone over all of the new additions. Of course, I won't be planting everything this year, but I'll definitely be trying a lot of those. So look forward to videos of me starting those, most likely indoors. As far as my goals this year with my seeds or with my plants is to be able to save some more of those seeds. I want to have my own reserve of seeds. I don't want to have to keep ordering every year. And I think that will lead to gardening for me just being a little bit more sustainable and just using what I have. This is also an opportunity for me to learn about seed saving for the different varieties and just to know how to preserve those seeds properly. So that will be my goal with seeds this year. But I think I have covered everything, you guys. So I just want to end this here and say thank you guys again for your continued support. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below of anything that is happening currently in your garden planning or anything that you are excited to grow this year. So until next time, thank you guys so much again and happy gardening. Bye.